How you doing, guys? Minus 21 today, minus 30 with the wind chill. I'm breaking fresh powder with budget bushcraft gear. And I decided to do this video based on a comment I got from a subscriber. So at the end of every video, I ask you to make comments, and I read them. I tried to respond to every single one of them. So I did get a comment, and it wasn't a criticism, it was a very nice comment from a gentleman who said he was concerned that bushcraft had become kind of a glamour hobby, where everybody needed a $200 Swedish axe, custom knives, all the fancy titanium gear and whatnot. And you know what, we kind of all get caught into that trap of wanting the shiniest and the best gear out there, but it's really not necessary. I do like a bargain as much as the next guy. I'm no different than you. Some months I have a little bit extra, some months I'm even, some months I'm in the red. And I do always try to get good value for my money. So thank you very much for that comment. And I decided to do this little budget bushcraft gear series. Today I'm going to talk about the gear that I can take with me to enjoy the woods. I'm going to kind of center it around the 5 C's that Dave Canterbury advocates. I think it's a pretty good list of gear to have. It keeps you warm, keeps you comfortable in the woods. So let me stamp out an area. Let's take a look at the budget gear that I brought with me today. Okay, first thing, let's look at the pack. I know you're saying, look, that's a Maxpedition pack, it's not a budget pack. And you're right, Maxpedition does not make budget gear, that's for sure. This is the Maxpedition Condor 2. It's a discontinued pack right now. You can still buy it on Amazon or even from Maxpedition. On Amazon it's about 200 Canadian. All right, I bought this used, and that's what makes it a budget backpack. And I bought the pack and the pouches. I have about $100 into it. I bought it locally to me, all right? Added the pouches later, very reasonably. I got them as well on the used market. I have about $100 into the pack. So in my mind, a pack of this quality for $100 is money well spent. You know, budget does not have to mean poor quality. In fact, you don't want to invest money in poor quality gear. You're going to be buying it over and over and over again. So if you can save up, buy a good pack for about $100, I think that's money well spent. Okay, let's take a quick look at the side here. So up top, I have this pouch identified with a red handkerchief. Red is kind of a universal symbol for first aid, so that's identifiable. My first aid kit is up there. Down here, one of the 5 C's is combustion. I have some fat wood here. Okay, now fat wood is free if you search for it yourself. I sourced this myself out in the woods, so it's free. Okay, so that's one way to save money, using natural tinder. You always want to carry a flashlight. This Cree flashlight here is $5 on Amazon or on eBay. Okay, it's the best $5 flashlight you can buy, believe me. Runs on one AA battery. Love it. I also keep a secondary blade in here. It's good to have a secondary blade. You don't want to go too cheap when it comes to cutting tools. This is a Swiss Army knife camper. Okay, it's about $30 Canadian. It has some very useful tools on there, and it's a very good quality knife. So another one of the 5 C's that Dave Canterbury advocates is cover. Okay, so on the bottom, you can see I have strapped to the bottom a wool blanket. The great thing about wool blankets is nobody wants them. Okay, you can go into a thrift shop, buy a blanket like this, vintage, for $5 any day of the week. Okay, nobody wants them. I wanted one, so I picked this one up for $5. My tarp, I made this tarp, okay? I made it from another old tarp that was big and it got all torn up. So I cut a 5x7 piece off it, customize it the way I like it. So I put lots of tie-outs made with 1-inch webbing all the way around, totally reinforced it everywhere. It's an excellent tarp. Now, I made this from something that really would have went into the garbage. So, really cost me nothing. $5, $0 for cover. That's pretty good budget right there. So another one of the 5 C's are cutting tools. We all like our knives, we all like our axes, our saws, and you know, one of the comments that was made by the subscribers that everybody seems to want an expensive Swedish axe. Okay, and here I have a beautiful Swedish axe that I bought at a yard sale. I bought 2 of them actually. So this is a 23-inch, 2¼ pound head Hultafors axe. Okay, I also got a 26-inch, 2½ pound Hultafors axe from the same house. I got both of them for 20 bucks. Okay, 20 bucks for all that Swedish steel. And it's a beautiful axe. I would bet my life with this axe, okay? Now, this one is not stamped HB, the other one was, but both of them came with the original lacquer handles with Hultafors and Made in Sweden stickers all over it, Hultafors paper stickers on the head itself. So I know this one is a Hultafors axe as well. It is stamped Made in Sweden nonetheless. So there you go, 10 bucks. Check out yard sales. When you go to a yard sale, if you don't see an axe, ask. Maybe they have one in the garage that they think is worthless. It's happened to me before. I've got beautiful axe heads for $1. Put a new handle on it, you're good to go. So that's a budget axe. 10 bucks used at a yard sale. Keep your eyes open, guys. You'll get some real dandies. So another cutting tool. Here's the Corona 10-inch folding saw. I'm gonna have to take my gloves off for this, but it is freezing out. Okay, so this Corona saw, it's well liked, okay, as a budget saw. It's probably the only saw you'll need on a day hike, okay? You can cut a pretty good tree down with that. It has a pretty good comfortable handle. Right now, they're about 30 bucks on Amazon, Canadian, okay? I think I paid less for this one. In fact, I'm sure I paid less than 25 for this, but currently they're 30 bucks. So there's a good budget saw, the Corona 10-inch folding pruning saw. They work great. Now, what we all love, knives. Here are 2 knives that I will recommend all day long, okay? The Hultafors OK4. I did a review on this. It's a fantastic little bushcraft knife, all right? It's about 35 bucks. The Mora Companion HD is another knife I would recommend. It's about 30 bucks. Now you can buy the regular Companion for about 25. It's a great knife too. I recently was given the Mora HD by a friend, and I can't believe how different it is than the regular Companion. It's really a good solid knife, okay? Which one is better? I can't say. I would say they're both pretty equal in the running. You know, this one has a fire steel loop that comes on the sheath. The tang extends a little bit further than the Mora, and Hultafors even recommends that you can baton with this knife. But I would say they're both pretty equal, okay? I would even recommend buying both. This as your belt knife. I usually have this wearing around the neck as a neck knife, okay? So you got your main knife and a backup knife, or you can have this is your main knife, this is your backup knife. It doesn't matter. They're both equal. If you wanted to go with maybe just the Mora Companion and this folder as a backup, you'd be looking at 30 and 30. Or if you went this way, 35 and 30, okay? But either way, excellent cutting tools for not a lot of money. Now, this knife's 35 bucks. Custom knives could be $350, 10 times the price, even more. Are you gonna get 10 times a better knife? Not at all. It's gonna perform much the same as this, maybe slightly better. It's gonna be made with better materials. It's gonna definitely be more beautiful, okay? Many custom knives are really works of art. And I'm not saying don't buy a custom knife. If you want to treat yourself to a beautiful custom knife, go ahead, do it if you have the money, okay? They are works of art. They're hand built, you know, made with love, dedication, blood, sweat, and tears, as they say. And you know, you have to honor that art form with money, okay? But if you want something that's utilitarian, it's gonna just work great for you, I'd recommend one of these knives, either together or paired up with a folder. So there's your cutting tools that I recommend as a budget bushcraft tool. All right, another one of the 5 C's is combustion, okay? We all need to make a fire. One thing you should have is a knowledge of friction fire in your back pocket. That way, if you get separated from this, all you have is a knife or maybe an axe, you can still make a bow drill set and affect fire. But you should always have on your person a ferro rod. You can make a fire with a ferro rod. This one, although it looks quite custom, cost me about 5 bucks, okay? Got that ferro rod off eBay. You buy them by half a dozen of them for very cheap. I'm gonna say I have about 5 bucks into this ferro rod. Works very well, okay? There are better ferro rods out there probably. They cost you a whole lot more money. So in the terms of a budget ferro rod, look on eBay, Amazon, you'll find them. No reason not to carry a bunch of lighters. I have 3 of them in this pack. Here's just one of them. They work if they're warm. On a day like today, minus 30, I don't know if it's gonna work. Let's try. See, it's not gonna work. So you wanna keep this next to your body to keep it warm, or I'm gonna use the ferro rod first off. In here, a really good Flint and Steel kit. Flint and Steel, not necessary, you know. I'll put a link where I got this one. I think it was about 25 bucks, okay? Didn't come in the case, but we all know about Altoids tins. So, to make a fire, I got about $5, $1. Friction fire doesn't cost anything. This cost me $25, not necessary, but it's something fun to play around with. So there's 3 budget tools that you should have in your pack. So, the next 5C is a container. You need a container, okay, to boil water, to cook food, to purify water, okay? Your life could depend on it. And so remember, we're talking budget here, all right? So, I love things that stack, okay? They fit easily into the pack. So what we have here is a regular old Nalgene bottle, which everybody has, okay? You can buy them for about 10 bucks. You can find them at thrift shops any day of the week for about 2 bucks, okay? I paid 10 bucks for this one, okay? It holds a liter of water. It nests perfectly with this cup that I bought at Walmart in the US. Each cup cost me 5 bucks. Okay, so I got 10 bucks in the cups, 10 bucks for the Nalgene, 20 bucks, that's a good little cook kit, okay? So you can make a hot drink out of this one, purify water. You can cook a small meal in this one. If you need a lid, there you go. Now you have a lid, okay? If you're hiking with somebody else, you each have a cup you can make coffee with, okay? So for 20 bucks, that is a decent little cook kit for day hikes. You could even overnight with that without a problem, okay? Now, pair that up with a grill. This grill has cooked many meals, okay? You can see how dirty it is. It was free. I picked a little toaster oven out of the garbage, took the grill that came with it, DIY'd a little bag, okay, out of garbage that was around the house, a little old piece of fabric. This grill didn't cost me anything. It's a good little cook kit for 20 bucks. Now I do have another option. This is by far my favorite budget cook kit. Again, I bought this in the US from Walmart. This cost me 10 bucks, okay? Comes with a lid that works with either one of these pots. Comes with 2 pots and a lid, okay? They nest. They come with a great little stuff sack. I'm not sure if you can buy them in Canada, but I bought this at Walmart in the US. This is part of my car camping kit, okay? For me and my wife, it's all we need for 2 of us. 10 bucks. Budget container. That's it right there. So another of the 5 C's is cordage, okay? You're gonna need cordage. You're gonna need cordage to maybe suspend a pot over the fire. You might need cordage to build a shelter, okay? You're gonna need cordage for a bow drill. Now you can get natural cordage, possibly, depending on the time of year, depending on the conditions, depending where you are. You should always carry cordage. Don't rely on finding natural cordage, okay? Now, paracord is great stuff. It's very expensive, okay? This is waxed bank line. I bought a 300-foot roll for 15 bucks. It's very strong. It works excellent with bow drill because it's impregnated with a tar, so it grips the spindle really well. It lasts really well, has great strength, so I recommend tarred bank line for cordage. So guys, thanks for sticking with me to the end. I really do appreciate it. I hope you like my choices for budget bushcraft tools. You know, I think they're fairly good options. They're fairly budget friendly, I think. Okay, and if you have any options of your own that you'd like to share with me, please do. Leave them in the comments down below. I really do appreciate when you leave a comment, guys. So there's many ways to stay within your budget, okay? You can shop in the used market. There's various places to find used items, mill surplus, thrift shops. Facebook even has some great groups where you can go online and buy used items and even trade items back and forth. No money exchange at all, so that's a great way to try new gear. So the important thing is to get gear that is going to work for you, okay? Work for you in the field, something that's not going to break, so you don't want to go too cheap. Budget does not mean poor quality, okay? You don't want poor quality gear, you want gear that's going to last you, okay? So get out in the woods, whatever your budget, you're going to have a great day no matter what. And remember, knowledge is free and it's very light to carry, so always try to gain new skills and new knowledge about the outdoors. So thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it if you share, and again, please comment. We'll see you on the next one, guys, but in the meantime, take care.